Oh, hi.
How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
So good to see you.
Me too. Miss you so much.
Oh, I know. Alaa, thank you so much for coming on and being our Gaza correspondent. We really appreciate it. Firstly, how are you today?
Good. I'm still wearing my uniform scrub. I'm coming from my work as ED nurse and at ICRC.
Wonderful. Your work is extraordinary as always, I know, in very difficult circumstances. I know you must be saving lives all the time at the moment, and it must be very stressful. Can you tell us a little bit about what things are like this week?
Um, yeah, I want to say something. Yesterday marked 2 years since the escalation of violence that has devastated Palestine. Yesterday was the 2 years of genocide, and today is the first day of the third year during this war and genocide. Uh, I want to say something for as a health worker. I was 2 years ago. I was working in the hospital, EGH hospital, and now I'm working also. Uh, I'm still in the hospital working very hard, but what is the difference since the past and now? Uh, Before I work as ICU charge nurse at EGH, but today I'm working in another hospital because they destroyed EGH, and you know, and they bombed the hospital. And now I'm working as a ICU nurse in Nasser Medical Complex. And also they bombed the hospital many times during I'm working there, and during my work they bombed the hospital, and also they bombed the department I'm working on, Nasser. Also, I'm working as ED nurse at Rafah Field Hospital, or ICRC, and that hospital is located so close to Rafah city. And Rafah is completely isolated, and we are so close, and many of random bullets can arrive us. So I'm working at Red Zone. Also, I'm living here so close to the Gaza humanitarian organization,
Yes.
Gaza humanitarian food. This point, IOF established this because of genocide, and they said we like American people working on it, you know. But I'm here between this point and me, like less than 1 kilometer. And today, during my work at this hospital, field hospital, many cases came, and they shot it randomly during their tent. They also my neighbors. I recognized them. I said, "You are living in the same in my area." They said, "Yes." They are shooting randomly since morning, and the bullet and their cases, their injuries in the chest and abdomen, like
God.
critical cases, and that's it. I'm talking this about that just this day, what's happening
Yes.
this, yeah, and
Yes.
and many of women, also my neighbor, die during just they when ask them or ask their families how they die, they said just random. She is laying, and or another woman, she was drinking a cup of water, and the shot come for
Oh, God.
her, and they dying. So I have many cases here. Two women die, and also my neighbor opposite me, like he have also a bullet in his neck, and all the case, all the injured, so critical cases. So I'm living in a red zone. Also, I'm working at Rafah Field Hospital, also located at red zone. Uh, Also, when I'm going to Nasser Medical Complex, I'm saying maybe that so far maybe it will be like safe, you know. But also, I shocked when they bombed the hospital twice when we are working. So no place safe in Gaza. War still going on, and genocide still, and famine still. That's it. Everyone complaining. Like 2 million of Gazan people, they are without homes. We all living in a tent, as you see. I'm still living in a tent, and they are saying there is maybe will good news will occur maybe in next days, and all as Gazan people, I'm waiting that because we need to ceasefire. We wish that, but the sad news, uh, if the agreement happen, okay, all people in Rafah, because Rafah my city, I cannot return to Rafah city. This city, all the people in all Gaza Strip, they can return, okay, to their land. But Rafah city, we cannot, because IOF, they want to still on Rafah. So that's mean I will be suffer here in Al Mawasi area. That's mean I will be living in a tent. So all Rafah people, okay, they will still, even it's a good news happen, or negotiation done, or agreement done. That's mean in all situation I will still here in the tent. I cannot return to Rafah. I cannot
Why
see
is
that
it that
because
you? Sorry, Alaa, I can't quite understand why some people can return, but no one can return to Rafah. Why is that the case? If there's a ceasefire reached and it's genuine, why would they not let you back to Rafah City? What's their reasoning?
yeah, because I off make a new map, okay, and they put lines in three colors, and they said we make like stages, okay. In all stages, just Rafah people, they cannot return to Rafah
Right, right.
because
What will Rafah become?
Rafah like will be like isolated area, because they Rafah have a Philadelphia border, and they said we cannot move. IOF, they said we will still there. We cannot move Philadelphia. Even when they will return back, that's mean maybe some will in the third stage. Maybe a people of Rafah will return, okay, but everyone in Rafah know very well the situation will be so hard and difficult, and they maybe shut anyone at any time,
Right.
and that's so dangerous also, you know.
So where will people
So
from Rafah go? Will you become refugees to other parts where you are allowed to go?
yeah, no, all the people of Rafah will stay here in Al Mawasi area, as they called it, a humanitarian area, so that means we will be like in a tent near to the beach. That's it.
But for how
That's
long? You don't know.
no. Yeah.
And are you getting enough food, Alaa? Because last time I talked to you, you said sometimes you were having to take fluids at the hospital the way that, oh,
You can
Alaa,
see
are you
me
still
or not?
there? I can't see you. You've gone. But I can still hear you, though, so we can still use this for the podcast. Oh, maybe you're coming back. Yes, you're coming back. Oh, you're gone
Yeah.
again. Oh, you're back. Last time I talked to you, Alaa, you said you were sometimes using the kind of fluids you give patients if they can't eat, for yourself because there wasn't enough food. Do you have
Yeah.
enough food now?
Um, we have food, flour, bread. We have it, alhamdulillah. But like meat or Britain, chicken, eggs, still there is no. There is vegetables, yes, and the fruits. But what is the point? The point is the price is so expensive. That's it. No one can buy it. This is the first thing. The second thing, there is no cash in Gaza. So I'm working, okay, but I don't have money. All the money the organization can transfer it to by the apps. And when I go, for example, to buy something, they require a high costs. So if the instant people or people don't have work, how can they buy it? So yeah, the situation is still maybe like just a flour, okay, but they cannot buy vegetables or fruit because they don't have money, cash money. And when someone go, for example, to the shop or market to buy something to eat, they require like a new money, and cash, but no one in Gaza have money.
So then,
Okay,
are they not
and
letting their vegetables spoil rather than giving them to
no
people?
one.
Like, so
Just
what's
if
happening to the food that if no one can afford to buy it, where does it go?
the food right now in the markets, okay, but if you have work or you are working with organization, you can buy it for yourself, okay. But
Right.
if you have family like I am, we are like 10 members, I cannot, for example, buy a lot. I can just buy one of potato or tomatoes or two because the cost is so expensive. That's
I
it.
see. I see. So you can buy a very small amount for a lot of
Very, yeah,
people
very
because that's all
very
you can
small.
afford.
Yeah, you cannot like feel like you are full, okay. That's a little of amount and the high of costs.
So you're surviving, but you're hungry.
Yeah, yeah, we still, yeah. I'm talking like this about like me. I'm working, but if for example, I'm talking about the children or the female or women without husband, their husband, for example, die. They don't have apps. They don't working. How can they buy something? They cannot. They still the famine is still, and they are starvation. The starvation is still, and yeah, and still malnutrition. There is many of the clinics here make MUAC, that's they are measurement like indicator of malnutrition, and it's still the cases. And yeah, yesterday I went to the pediatric department at Nasser Hospital, and I saw many cases of neonates, infant. They yeah, complain of malnutrition. Yes, and the situation is still tragic, and most of the patients, they are on the floor. There is no
God.
beds, enough beds. There is no mattresses. Because I'm asked the director of the department why they are lying on the floor. She said the capacity of department before the war like 60, but now we have like 100 and more cases of pediatric, and they require more beds, and there is no space. So they treat the people or children on the floor. And I saw like cardiac disease patient in infant need oxygen, and need a critical care, and they cannot, for example, they need suction, so need a bed, and there is no found.
Oh God.
And that's yeah, so difficult.
Awful, 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 and unnecessary,
And
really
I want to say
unnecessary.
And I will say something. My shift in Nasser was 2 days, before 2 days, and I shocked when I received one case of my colleague. He is Abdelhamid Qaradaya. He is a supervisor of physiotherapy at MSF. During his work, he's want to go to his work during the where his want to go to his work at the street. They are bombing. near him and the group, his crew, and one of physiotherapists died, and a doctor injured with a critical injury. And عبد الحميد قرضايا shrapnel at his brain, and his situation was so tragic. And I received him at Nasser Hospital. I worked with him so hard, but unfortunately at the morning he died.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That must have been extremely heartbreaking for you to have a colleague
Yeah, because I'm
killed.
working not just with normal cases, or no, I also received my colleagues, and I'm working with them so hard, but unfortunately, because we don't have many resources, they are died.
I'm
And
so, so sorry.
they don't deserve that. They deserve a life, and they deserve to live with dignity. But unfortunately, this war, like, die everyone can take everyone.
It's so tragic when medical professionals who have
Yeah.
saved so many others
Yeah.
through this onslaught themselves
Yeah.
go in while they're in service.
Hmm.
We want you to be as careful as possible. I know there's nothing you can do to be careful, really. I just say that as sending you love. There's nothing you can do that's right or wrong that's going to keep you safe. But are you hopeful for the end of this now? Do you feel like the end is going to come? That this is going to stop?
Yeah, we wish that. We are waiting. We are waiting to a new or good news, you know, because everyone here need to ceasefire, and we need to stop all the bloodshed. Yeah. And we are so exhausted after 2 years of working, and we are complaining and starving, for example, today many patients came and they ask like one tablet of paracetamol, you know
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately, when I'm so sad, when I'm saying wallahi, we don't have we don't have paracetamol, that is
Mm-hmm.
analgesia. And they are cases need. For example, they complain about fracture or falling down and infected wound and need that. I'm working today, and they just require. The patient said just one tablet. I said, "Wallah, there is no analgesia." You know, uh, even out of the pharmacies, all the pharmacies out the hospital, not just at the hospital, out of the hospital. Also, there is no paracetamol. Why? Why should the Palestinian still complaining, and they cannot for example, find analgesia or food, and that is basic of the life, you know uh, we are waiting to end of this. I called that before, that is bullshit. Yes, and I meant that, because we are when like 1,000, more than 20,000 children die. For what? For nothing. What is the cause of that? Yeah. And many of we, like, wounded. Yeah, the numbers of wounded is so tragic. Every time, every shift, I'm working with MCI, mass casualty incident. And that is for what? When you are, for example, lying on your tent, you are just wanted to drink, and the water you are drinking polluted. They are shutting you. Sorry. So you are living in a tent, they are bombing you, and you just don't have food. They are bombing you, attacked you, and you like innocent, they don't have food. They are bombing you for what? For nothing. We all bombing. We lost everything. I lost Rafah city. Many people lost their lives. My colleague, they maybe amputated. Some rest of them like lost vision total from the injuries and cases from the wounded. And another also die For what? And they are working hard 2 years. For 2 years, they are working hard and they are attacked them. We are working under a catastrophic situation and they also attacked us and bombed us. Everyone wanted to talk or speak on the social media. Maybe they attack the people. Also, as a healthcare worker, I am, for example, talking. Maybe they will attack or target me. Why? Because I'm talking about the genocide. I'm talking about our starvation, famine, and so yes, we are need to ceasefire. We need to feel like a hope. We wanna to live. We wanna to feel like security and safe. It's so hard when you are living in a tent and in a catastrophic situation, and also you wish every night to feel like a security and safe, and that is so hard. Wish as a healthcare worker, amplify Palestinian voices, and also brush our government to uphold international law. We wish also I wanna make something. I wanna from you to publish this. I'm living in Al Mawasi area, and this area is so far to the hospital, and I'm gonna to make like a medical point, you know, to help all the people here, and help the people after they're wounded, because they need like rehabilitation, you know. And there is no many of physiotherapists, and most of them complaining of muscle atrophy. And we have many cases of GBS, and they complaining of muscle atrophy, and they cannot move. And also all the patients need
Can I just ask what GBS is? What's GBS?
Guillain-Barré syndrome. This is a type of syndrome like autoimmune disease, uh, that is happening and occur to the patient, they without immunity, because they are we living in a bad situation. There is no sanitation, or they are drinking polluted water, as the situation here in Gaza. I saw in the last days many cases, and this disease is rare. Should like 1% or two, but in Gaza there is many cases in the all ages. I saw pediatric, youth, and also I saw like elderly, and all of them die. Oh, all of them die. Just one case I saw, elderly one, you know. He is still alive, but you know what they needed? Just they needed immunoglobulin treatment, and yes, and there is no this medication in Gaza. And also IOF, and when, for example, talking with another organization or doctors coming to Gaza with mission, please can you give with you immunoglobulin medication for, can you save the lives? They said IOF, if they saw that, they prevent us to bring that to Gaza. Yeah. And just this medication, how you can imagine that medication can save lives. IOF prevent that to Gaza, and all the cases, most of the cases, they are dying because they don't have immunoglobulin treatment in Gaza.
Is there any way of campaigning to allow that particular medication through? Or will it just all be blockaded like everything else, like baby formula and everything? Like, is there any way we can campaign to allow that medication through?
We wish that. If that, we wish that, because I have like you, maybe you're follow me on following my stories. I post a story of 18-year-old of male patient with GBS, and he said, please can you make appeal for me for this medication. When I posted that, that
Yes.
one day he died.
Ugh.
He died. Also, I have a cases of a woman 40-year-old. She's complaining of malnutrition. I have the picture of it. She said, please, Alaa, can you make a story or something appeal for me to get me out or to give me food? I said, okay, I will. During my work, she left. Then she came in the morning. Guess what? She came and her uh, glucose like seven. Her glucose 7, and the normal level of a glucose like from 90 up to 100 or 80 to 100.
Right, that's what I was going to ask. Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
90 to 100 is normal and hers
yeah,
was
yeah.
7.
But she,
I'm so sorry about this. Is there any way we can help? Is there anything we can do? Is there any way we can PayPal you
yeah,
specifically money? And I know that that doesn't help you get drugs that
yes,
aren't available,
if,
but it might help you get more food for people.
yeah. Say again, because
Is there anything we can do to help you? Is there a PayPal account where we could at least give you money, which I know a lot of things are not available and medications aren't available, but even if we could help you with more food
yeah,
for your family, your patients,
yeah.
what can we
I
do?
want to say something. I distribute 60 bags of food to 60 family, from the donation of my PayPal. Yes, and they are so happy because they have a little of food. So if and also I get a truck of water to this camp, my camp, because we don't have a water for 10 days. Yes, I can do. And I wish everyone I can donate. Please donate to my PayPal account. We can find it on my Instagram bio. And if I wanna,
Great. And I'm just read it out. Can I just read it out just very quickly because people might want to do it right now. PayPal.me/Alaa ALAA number
yeah,
4 Gaza. So Alaa ALAA number 4
yeah,
Gaza. That's your PayPal. So if people could give you something, at least you can help with untainted water and food, even if you can't get all the life-saving medication
yeah.
or any of the
And
life-saving
I
medication
think
that
if
you need.
one interest to donate to, we can open the medical point for this camp because they don't have any near hospital, and they need that. If anyone interested, he can make a fund or can donate on my PayPal.
Okay, thank you very much for that. That really, it helps us to feel that we have something that we can at least help with, because it feels very powerless. We post about it, we talk about it, we fundraise, but it doesn't feel like there's anything we can do, that we keep raising our voices and they keep not being heard.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else we can do, and I so desperately want to help you.
Still doing a lot. I wanna after 2 years of genocide, I wanna thank you because you are care of our case, and you are like make everything. You are make. I saw that many posts and story you published on social media. I wanna. Thank you from my heart because you are care of Palestinian, and I want to thank everyone. He donate and he still care and he can talk about us. Please don't stop talk about us. We need your voice. We need your voices, and the people here suffering. They are need to someone to feel there is a people out of Gaza stand with them. And thank you for everything.
Yes. Look, I feel like we've done hardly anything and not enough, but just you saying that it helps you knowing that we stand with you really motivates us to continue, even though sometimes you think, oh, what's this really doing, posting on social media again? The fact that even you see it and it gives you motivation to get up and do another day's work in an inadequate hospital that's being bombed without enough facilities, watching people needlessly die, you know that we see you. We continue to campaign our government to stand up further to the Israeli government to stop any sale of arms, all of those things. And even if it just encourages you and it's not getting the end, it's not having the impact we want it to have, it really motivates us to keep going. And I really encourage all the listeners to give whatever they can to your PayPal, because we know you're there at the coalface helping people. You can mobilize some of that money to get to at least bring food and water to people. Is there anything else you would like to tell us, Alaa?
I wanna say the last sentence for all British people. We are seeing you when you are doing many marches, and I know we are like many. They are lost of their careers, and they are still. They are don't stop. They are still doing the best. Also, the people here in Gaza saw that and still seeing that. We appreciate you, and we are love you, and we are sending you a love from Gaza. And thank you for everything.
Thank you. That's so lovely to hear, and it makes us feel like, even if it's not working in the way we want it to work, that at least you're seeing it and it's bringing you encouragement and comfort and helping you get up and face another day in a place that, we can't even imagine how horrible it is. So it's the least we can do. Thank you so much for coming and sharing this with us. And please, as often as you would like, we just want to hear what you have to say. Just hearing you and listening to you and letting you get this off your chest and giving you a voice and a platform, or not giving you a voice, but raising your voice or bringing a space to use your voice is something that really means a lot to us. So anytime we would love to hear you talk, and any colleagues, anybody wants to talk. Thank you for everything you're doing. I don't know how you're still going, and you still always look so put together. I mean, if I was living in a tent in a war zone, I look so much worse than you put together, and I'm living in a flat with no war. I don't know how you do it.
No,
You always look gorgeous.
no, you are so amazing.
It's
The light is from your face. You are so amazing. Your
no,
heart, and I appreciate
I'm
what
just
you are doing. And thank you.
no, I'm so sorry about everything, and if we could stop it, we would. But I'm very hopeful now that maybe it's coming to an end, and but then there will be such an extraordinary rebuild necessary.
Yeah.
But at least you'll have access to food and medication, and we can just keep on campaigning and hoping for that day, and hope it's imminent.
Inshallah.
That it ends.
We wish that also. We wish that. Inshallah.